Ever wonder what sound editors are actually doing on big films that make them sound more cinematic than, say, a YouTube video? Let's just scratch the surface on one big thing today: ambience.
Long time since I seen your house. I'll drive past next time I'm around.
Getting creative with sound design, Foley, and music is pretty easy to organize here in the studio. What becomes a little more challenging is bringing a scene to life by making you feel like you're there in a unique location with the actors.
The key to giving life to a scene like this is by creating layers and building a foundation.
A big way to level up production value and feel more cinematic is to build a vast library of room tones and ambiences.
A dog is a man's best friend, but a pocket recorder is a sound guy's best friend.
It's all about the small sound details that make every location seem unique.
You never know when you'll come across a really specific sound that you need for a scene. You want to be able to record it.
I hate to break it to you, stock ambiences usually won't cut it alone, but they're great for layering. The same room can sound really different depending on where you're standing. Maybe you're right in the center, or you're off to the side next to a wall or window. These tiny details are what makes the Hollywood difference.
Does this seem weird? Doesn't this feel a little bit better?
I've seen it 1,000 times. If even one acoustic element is off in the audio, it can quickly ruin the entire scene.
It's good to have the sound match the shot so it feels like you're really there. I've had film editors in the past take my location audio and noise reduce it to the point where you don't know it's in some factory or something, but like having that factory there is part of it. So in this shot, as you can see, we're in a small town, intersection, cars going by, birds in the trees, that sort of ambience. But it's also a river town, so we need to make it sound like that too.
So honestly, in the DAW, I spend a ton of time layering, mixing, getting one-shots and stingers just right. That's how I make the world feel lived in. I wanted to cap this off by saying Foley and sound design and dialogue and all that, very important parts of making great audio, which then in turn makes a great story. But we can't forget, about how ambience is really what makes you feel something, right? Like if you go back to a memory in your mind, you can remember the crackle of the fire while you were talking to your friend. Ambience is that thing in the background that we don't think about, but when it's not there, it doesn't seem right. So you don't have to be rich. You don't have to have a crazy rig to pull this off. Take a microphone or a little cheap recorder with you and just record sounds as you go, because you know you might be making a video where you want to bring it to life. Right now, I'm actually recording this by plugging just a lav mic into the camera, and it's just, stuck here to the table. It doesn't sound as great as our crazy equipment, but heck, with today's tools and software and just the fact that I was able to get this really easily, this cheap little lav, it's gonna do the job. I think as long as you're intentional, as long as you use your ears, you don't have to be a mix engineer. You just make something that you think sounds right, and then you keep doing it, and eventually it's gonna sound really good.